How to tell the difference between planets and stars. The night sky is full of light, most of which is generated by celestial bodies like stars and planets. If you can't tell whether an object in the sky is a star or planet, you'll want to learn how to distinguish between the physical features of these two celestial bodies, and when it's best to view them. Observing physical differences. Check if the object twinkles. One of the easiest ways to distinguish between stars and planets in the night sky is by looking to see if the object twinkles or shimmers. This can usually be detected with the naked eye if you have a clear view of the sky and if you watch the sky for long enough. Stars twinkle and shimmer, hence, the song "Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star." Planets do not twinkle. They remain constant in their brightness and their overall appearance in the night sky. If viewed through a telescope, planets may appear to wiggle along the edges, too. Any object that blinks, twinkles, or shimmers is most likely a star. However, it could also be an aircraft if it is moving quickly across the night sky. Note whether the object rises and sets. Celestial objects are not fixed in the night sky. All celestial bodies move, but how those bodies move can be a good indication of whether they're stars or planets. Planets rise in the east and set in the west. They tend to follow a similar celestial path across our sky as the sun and moon. Stars move around in the night sky, but they do not rise or set. Instead, they orbit in a circular pattern around Polaris, the North Star. If the celestial object you see appears to move in a more or less straight line across the night sky, it is most likely a planet. Satellites also move across the night sky, but they do so much more quickly than planets. A planet may take hours or even weeks to cross the night sky, whereas a satellite can cross overhead in a matter of minutes. Identify the ecliptic. Planets are always found along an imaginary belt across the night sky called the ecliptic. This belt is not actually a visible object, but careful observation will help you find the location where celestial objects are congregated. While stars may also appear along this invisible belt, they should be distinguishable by their shimmering appearance. Of the celestial bodies along the ecliptic, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn are significantly brighter than the surrounding stars. This is due to their proximity to the Sun, since their brightness is just reflected sunlight. The easiest way to find the ecliptic is to note the location and trajectory of the Sun and Moon in the sky relative to your location on the Earth. The Sun's path across our sky is very close to the path of planets along the ecliptic. 5. Observe the color. Not all planets are colorful. However, many of the most prominent planets in our night sky appear to have some type of coloration. This can help differentiate the planets from stars. While some people with exceptionally good vision may be able to detect subtle coloration, that coloration usually falls within the bluish-white to yellowish-white range. Mercury is typically gray or somewhat brownish in color. 8. Venus appears pale yellow. Mars usually appears somewhere between pale pink and bright red. This is affected by the relative brightness or dimness of Mars, which changes on a 2-year cycle. 9. Jupiter appears orange with white bands. Saturn typically appears pale gold in color. Uranus and Neptune appear pale blue. However, they are not usually visible to the naked eye. Compare the relative brightness. While planets and stars both light up the night sky, planets typically appear much brighter than many stars. Planets reflect the bright light of our solar system's sun, which is relatively close to the Earth. Stars, by contrast, emit their own light. While some stars may be much brighter and larger than our sun, these stars are much farther from Earth than the planets in our solar system. Because of this, the planets, which reflect our sun's light, typically appear brighter from Earth.